So, let's not beat around the bush. Heat is back. We finally get Heat back in the party. He has the exact same stats that Roland did, the same spells, the same mantras. Did he max out? Yeah, okay, everyone's maxed out their mantras, essential, except for these two. But any mantras that these two are on, they're maxed out. Actually, yeah, and this is Arda. That's the name of this demon, Arda, with no weaknesses. It's very powerful. Super useful demon. But I do want to check, because we had... Well, we had... What happened to Sarah's mantra? Here's Reincarnate, by the way. I'll explain how you get all these things in a second. Anyway, let's set up the party. We want Seraph, Heat, and you know what? Let's go Argilla. You know, as how we were in the first game. But yeah, Heat's got a new icon here. But yeah, before we explain anything, I'm going to explain how we got all these all these things with us. So remember how throughout both the previous game and this game, there were 4 choices in total regarding Heat. 4 dialogue choices that you had to make in order to, you know, impact something with Heat. And I'd always say these are very important. The reason they were important is because if you got all 4 of them correct, you get Heat back for this final dungeon. Which is, of course I want that. I love Heat. He's my favorite character, of course I want him back. If you got any of them wrong, however, also, yeah, in order to get all those questions, you need to get 2 questions right, get the 2 questions right in DDS1, import that data into DDS2, and get both questions right here. And only then, when you reach the final dungeon, will Heat rejoin the party. So, yeah. It's very specific, and it's not very well explained to the player how important those choices are. But, oh well, I'm just happy to have Heat back. If you didn't get any of those choices right, if you got one of those choices wrong, or all of them, or whatever, you get Roland back in the party instead of Heat. So, you know, that's that. Argilla rejoins the party, always a pleasure. Gal and Cielo are back. They weren't gone for very long, so yeah. Seraph is Seraph. I guess we'll show her. I say, all right. So Seraph essentially also that the profile picture of Seraph is always hilarious. She looks like she's seen the end of days. I'm gonna say she. Although technically it's supposed to be a perfect fusion between, because it goes into, is it Buddhism or Hinduism? I can't remember. But it goes into one of those, wherein it's a perfect fusion between, actually I think Arda is, Buddhist, yeah, is the perfect fusion between, man and woman. And is considered neither, really. But I say it's Seraph because it has Sarah's... Seraph is female because she has Sarah's voice. And because just looking at her... You know, her model here... She's got some very feminine features that wouldn't exactly associate with Surf. So, yeah, I say it's a woman. Now, as for the 3 spells that we got, so, okay. Reincarnate here. The way that you get Reincarnate is by the dialogue choice at the top of the Karma Society Tower earlier in the game, when, what's his name, Cuvier says, you can join us if you'd like, and you get a choice between, we'd never join you, or, you have a point. But... So, yeah, if you chose We'd Never Join You, you get the spell Reincarnate, which is mega almighty damage to everyone, so that's super useful. If you didn't get it, don't worry too much though, because it's essentially like Mega Dolan, which you can eventually get through mantras, but, you know, of course I want Reincarnate. Seraph Law on Argilla. You only get this. Reduce HP greatly, expel all who are non-human. That's not a great spell, honestly. It's essentially a powered up version of Mahama On. The only way that you can get this spell is through the dialogue choice in Digital Devil Saga 1, which means importing save data from DDS 1 to this game. The only way that you can get this spell is by when you get the first, I think it's the very first dialogue option you ever get in DDS 1 is when you were told, you know, when Gal gives the rundown of how we're gonna team up with the Maribels, that's right, the Maribel tribe. And you get the choice of, you know, we will help them without betrayal or something to do with following the betrayal plan. If you select we will help them without betrayal, you will get the Seraph Law spell for this dungeon. So yeah, it's pretty neat if you get that. Pyroflegethan, this spell is mega fire damage to all. The only way that you can get this spell is simply by importing DDS1 save data. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. So yeah, there's different types of cutscenes that you can get here. There's one for Roland joining the party instead of Heat. There's one for, you know, just getting Pyroflegethan, or one for just getting... Actually, no, if you get Pyroflegethan, if you have Seraph Law, you have to get Pyroflegethan, don't you? Because you have to import the save data. So yeah, anyway, that was a long explanation there, but now let's actually get to setting some spells. Damn, I was really counting on... Well, I guess you have Miragions, that's not too bad. I was really counting on you maxing out, or getting Serra's spells. But yeah, you essentially fuse Serra and Surf spells together, so yeah, they both get similar abilities. Everyone still has Mutual Karma, which is excellent because now we have a party of 5 again, which we haven't had since the first visit to the EGG facility, which is a little bit ago, huh? You know, just before the Abaddon boss fight. So, do I want to get rid of anything? Yeah, Reincarnate's super useful. So yeah, I'll stick it there. Heat. So it's good to have you back. He's going to be physical, just like you know, Roland was. So, alright. So he's got Hellfang, Consumed, Death Blow. He has a little more magic than usual, than he did in the first game. I think because just Roland's stats are usually pretty, a little more balanced towards that. So yeah, you don't need Zionga. What else do you have? Anything useful? Nah. I guess Void Fire. You have Void Ice, I might get that on you. Yeah, he has the exact same weaknesses that he did in the first game. Strong against fire, weak against ice, so... Yeah, Agni is Agni. Let's get Void Ice on you, hey? Ooh, what do I get you? What do I get rid of, really? Because I want all 3 of these. These are good. Actually, I won't be hunting as much, because we get some really good spells throughout this dungeon, and this dungeon goes on for a while, so we're going to max out some spells. But I also, you know, if I hunt too fast, we saw that when we still had Roland, if I keep hunting and level up the mantras too fast, we will just run out of money. The money won't be able to keep up. So, yeah. We're essentially... So I don't need all this, really. Yeah, we're fine. Heat, you're all done. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately they don't get any new spells, while they're away. They'll just have what they had when they left the party. So, yeah, we still got Medea and all that, which isn't great, but oh well. Don't need Zionga. No, they can go there. Okay. I guess I'll have Seraph Law on for the moment. Don't really need it though. Gal, you're exactly the same, you're fine. You didn't max out your mantra either. Oh, Pyroflegethan, that's right. Yeah, I'd say we'll get rid of Mazama. Yeah. These spells are quite expensive though, it's the trouble, so... Cielo, you have nothing new. You're the only one who's unremarkable. We never put Secunda on you though. That's a shame. Alright, well, I think we're done, really. Not really, because we still have more to go yet. So yes, Seraph, I don't know if it's because Seraph is Seraph and just has the innate ability to fly, or, you know, it's just because we're on the sun in Nirvana and we're dead and we're just sort of floating around because we can. The solar data of the fallen returns to God. I was able to comprehend metempsychosis once I felt David's consciousness within me. However, I never thought I would encounter you in such a form. The data of all things travels endlessly between here and Earth, in a cycle of reincarnation. The fact that you two were able to become one seems to signify something outside of that cycle. Let us ascertain the meaning of this, Sarah. Surf. Alright. So you may think this music is getting very annoying. It's looping pretty quickly. You're right. All solar data is created... I said data like a freak. All solar data is created by God and returns to God. That's the essence of metempsychosis. I was so mistaken. Seraph, please calm God's anger and guide life along this new path. Obtained a hope diamond. Thank you. Oh, actually we never equipped rings, did we? No one has a ring equipped, so let's give you the... What did Surf have? Yeah, I'll give you the block ring, why not? Heat? That feels so surreal to say. Heat, having Heat back in the party. We haven't had him in the party since the end of DDS1. So that's awesome. Oh, yeah, you need that, because you're going to be missing attacks left and right with physical. Ether ring. No, I want that on CLO. Let's give you the Ether ring. Gale. Yeah, I'll give you back the jewel ring and Argilla. Trick ring. Water Sukakaja with Tarunda. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you that. Excellent. Alright, let's continue. This opening area isn't done yet though. Still got one more section. Yeah. So there's Roland over there. And unfortunately, I really would have liked it if, you know, you got all the choices right and you got Heat in the party. If you could still switch Roland and Heat around, you know, you could still switch them out and they'd share mantras and all that. Because they're identical party members. You know, I would like if you could switch them out at will, but I guess not. Man, did you see my awesome death scene? It's kind of embarrassing to see you guys so soon after though. Maybe if I fired that laser from my mouse like before, I could have survived a bit longer. Oh well, it's still good to see everyone again, yeah? Don't get used to this dialogue, by the way. This dialogue is very few and far between. Anyway, here's Heat. I'm glad you paid attention to the last thing I said. I never wanted you guys to get this close though. At least you're kind of cute, I guess. Surf's a little... sorry, Heat's a little confused as to how to feel. Don't worry, Sarah. I won't hurt you anymore. Well, here's the terminals, essentially, for this game, for this area. They're called data nodes, and there are many more large data nodes than you'd think, so anyway. God, that's so weird to see Heat in this game. Secret mantra has been unlocked. What do we get? Esoteric 3. What's an Esoteric 3? Oh, another secret mantra. Hell yeah. Esoteric 7. Alright, what's in here? Cocytus, or Cocytus, Auto Chakra. Okay, that's pretty good. For earlier in the game, I guess. So Cocytus is essentially Mabufula. But it has a very high chance of freezing. Super high chance of freezing. So you can always follow up with physical spells. And Auto Chakra is essentially as you walk you gain MP back. Like the first Persona, for example. Or same with Persona 2 as well. End of battle spells. Item find. I guess that increases your chance of fighting items at the end of battle, which is worth the 10,000 that it is. Probably less. So, Argilla, you could do with Earth Emperor, but I think I want to have you... No, I don't want you in that. I I want you on Mediarama, because God knows you need that. Gal, you're the same. Saga, you're the same. Seraph, you're the same. Oh, I guess... Yeah, okay. So, we've bought this mantra. We can still switch to it whenever we want. No problems, but we can't use both of them at the same time, I guess. So, anyway, Heat, what do I want you on? Damn, Heat, what do I want you on? There are some physical spells up here which are very, very expensive. So unbelievably expensive. 400,000. I can give you Power Wave. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I'll give you Power Wave. That's 100,000. Sure. Alright, so... Anyway. Let's save. Ready, ready, ready. Look. Bam. That is a legendary cast right there. So good to see Heat back in the party. And Seraph. And don't worry, you can distribute Seraph's stat points as you please. This is the shop. The shop's wherever I decide it is. Yeah, even if I'm dead. Yeah, Johnny died, I guess, in between when we last saw him at the airport. And now, so anyway, this is serious business, remember that. So, let's sell the plants we have. Yeah, you can still buy and sell plants, because they're still here. Sell the Jasmines and the Manchu Saga. Serious business for guys. Oh, whoops. Okay, well I guess I can attack now. Check the points. Okay, I need to get to... Gotcha. Do I need to buy anything, really? Not really. There's plenty of shops all throughout the dungeons, so we'll be okay. Head back and save. So yeah, we do get a decent amount of money throughout this dungeon. You know, it's just like the Karma Tower in the first game, where you know the amount of money you get per battle is just increased tenfold. Seriously, so you can afford mantras decently now. It's about time the Embryon got back together again. I'm actually kind of tired. I think I'll just stay back and cheer you on from here. Well, I hope you didn't like character interaction or the characters speaking, because that is the last time essentially that we'll ever hear these characters speak, aside from Seraph. Seraph speaks a little bit. So yeah, don't get used to what's the name, voice lines, because we're not going to really hear many of them from now on. Anyway, as soon as we come down here, also please make sure that you saved between the airport and now, because what's the name, it's been a while since that save point, and you know, use the data node that was here. So anyway, this is essentially the introduction to Seraph's Arda form. And here we go. Arda has a pretty neat design. Alright. The Coquetus combo was... Oh, that's excellent. Okay. Oh no, it's mega damage. Oh, wait, this is different from... This is like a spell version. It's interesting. Okay. Anyway, Reincarnate's here. Let's use it. So we'll show it off. So, Harihara, which is Angel's demon form, which was the final boss of the first game, helps us out and lets us do a lot of damage. That was without buffs or debuffs or anything. That was pure, unfiltered damage, which is great. I guess we'll use Hellfang, and down goes Kingu. And yeah, Agni's exactly the same. So that's awesome. It's really cool.